Connecting. Green light. Okay, we are going a little faster. Thank God. Let's hope to God that this just behaves. Because I'm not dealing with bullshit this morning.
5 days is intense.
Okay.
5 days. 5 days. 5.
Alright, hang on a second. I need to make sure that everything is working correct. Otherwise, we're gonna have Sparrow kind of angy today. Because I'm not dealing with shit going at slug speed.
After going through the past days of sorrow and grief. While the sights had been nowhere near the massive peaks of Leeway, it had been a peaceful serenity that the two could agree had been a great change of pace to their current situation. They even stopped to admire the view of Mondstadt Cider Lake, the sight having been the equivalent of looking into the very manifestation of infinity, given how the lake had no borders and extended long beyond the horizon of Tevat.
Okay.
It had been a view that two of them had never seen, and had led them to feeling as if all turmoil had disappeared from the world for just the slightest moment. But it was eventually broken by Mondstadt's church bell ringing out the current time at the moment.
Okay.
It had rung 7 times, meaning dark was approaching, which led them back into the city.
Yeah, sorry, Tsukishima, man. The computer was having a meltdown, so I had to restart it. Pretty much what happened was everything was going slow, so I'm like, nope, that's not happening today, so I had to restart the computer. This tends to happen after a fucking update. I hate updates. I don't know who the hell ever came up with an update, but fuck you. Like, they slow down the computer so much that it's not even funny. Like, it's fine, don't update it, it just got back to working fine. Update. Fucking annoying. Like, the first time I ever did YouTube, I was on, what's it called? I was on Ubuntu. Like a very old and limited program. Well, not a program, it was a, like a hardware. So, basically, what would happen is, you know, there's no updates. So I could work, and it wouldn't even matter. So, yeah. Oh, my God, can I spell? Why so? Okay. No worries, I'm drawing and watching a basketball game and dodging the basketball, making my way towards me when the occasion rises. Okay, interesting. So, you're at like what, a college game or something? I don't think teams play this early. I don't know. Oh, hello. Sorry, the real Sunday. I didn't even see you. The real Sunday 47. Hello again.
Kuching had chosen Good Hunter as her preferred place to eat at, so Ganyu hadn't objected and had led her to their current spot. Her attendee's face was shielded by the provided menu of the establishment, scrolling through the massive variety of dishes that the place had to offer. As expected, Ganyu's nose had met the overwhelming scent of meat dishes, but to avoid being disrespectful to her co-worker, she just powered through the smell.
Hang on.
Kuching had been aware disrespectful to her co-worker, she just powered through the smell.
Oh no, that's not possible.
Kuching had been aware Ganyu wasn't a meat fan, so in return, she had decided to avoid getting something like steak or anything beefy. It was practically like eating one of Ganyu's own chilin, and she didn't want to offend or disgust her colleague. Therefore, she turned to the sea.
Okay, right there. That needs to go out a little bit. See, that might work.
Or disgust her colleague. Therefore, she turned to the seafood part of the menu and found a dish similar to her favorite that she'd usually order from Leeway Harbor's restaurants. A fancy dish named Crispy Potato Shrimp Platter. She lowered the menu, to which Ganyu winced at, surprised that Kuching had found something so quick in the array of dishes listed. Find some?
Why did I get so excited there? Listed! I don't know, maybe I just got into the rhythm.
Potato shrimp platter. She lowered the menu, to which Ganyu winced at, surprised that Kuching had found something so quick. Potato shrimp platter. She lowered the menu, to which Ganyu winced at,
That works.
surprised that Kuching had found something so quick in the array of dishes listed. Find something? Ganyu asked.
That's good.
Yeah, it's very similar to the golden shrimp balls I
excuse me.
used to order all the time in Liyue Harbor's food establishments. Kuching replied.
That's good.
Ganyu could see that Kuching
Because they're outside, so I don't think there's going to be any sort of echo. It's just a pickup game my brother's playing. Oh! I wish him luck. I used to do that too when I was, that was elementary, right? Yeah, that was elementary school. Why did I say that like British? Elementary. Elementary school. Because you see, we're at this place. Hang on, I gotta get a picture. Oh, I forgot to save this, didn't I? Yep, I did. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Don't mind me, I'm just a dork. If you play Genshin Impact, you already know what I'm talking about, but as soon as my computer responds, it's being a butt today. I don't know why. Does the microphone thing work here? Good Hunter Genshin Impact. Gunshin? No. See, it's outside, so...
According to Gench.in,
Oh,
Good
hello.
Hunter is a shop that can be found in the city of Mondstadt. They sell simple food, cooking ingredients, and cooking recipes.
Okay,
Sarah is a waitress.
Okay, I don't care. But yeah, see, it's outside. My camera's like right up here, right? Yeah, like right there. It's outside, so there's not really any sort of like sound or like echo. Otherwise. Anyways.
Ganyu
Hello, Jessica Sims. I am so sorry. Hello, Jessica Gibson. Good lord, I am so sorry I almost called you that name.
Ganyu could see that Kuching had decided against anything like red meat or poultry for her sake, and immediately spoke out on it. Lady Kuching, please don't hold back on ordering what you truly want because of me. Ganyu stated, this meal is for you, and I don't want to be the reason why you order something that you don't want.
That was kind of weird.
Kuching shook her head.
Hello, Sanctuary? Sandy?
No, it's fine. Kuching
Maybe that's a little too fast. That's what you said.
Shook her
Sparrow.
head.
Shut up, Sparrow.
Kuching shook her head. No, it's fine.
Little space. Needs a little bit of space. Welcome to my editing. Let's see if that might work.
Kuching shook her head. No, it's fine.
That's fine.
Kuching assured. I'm not a huge fan of things like steak anyway. I'm more a fish or seafood type of person. So please, don't worry about it.
That's good.
Reluctantly, Ganyu just nodded her head.
Your editing looks so much like mine. Do you use FL Studio? Have you ever played any scary games? Oh, plenty. Not well, on stream I've played one. I've played one, no, two, because I did that one on my phone as well. It was the Slenderman one. But the one that I played a long time ago was can't remember what it's called. It was a ponified, like, it's a pony version. I think it's called Twilight Alone or something like that. Something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But basically, you play as Twilight and you run through like a scary place and you have to find like keys and stuff. I can't remember what the hell it was called. For the love of me. I think it's called Twilight Alone, if I'm not mistaken. Very old game. Like, the voice actress of Twilight was Emogak, and the monster was like this big glob, like sphere thing with eyes. That was a long time ago. I am so happy seeing your streams. Your editing looks so much like mine. Well, considering we both do audio editing, yeah, it would look pretty similar. I'm not alone. Alright. Yeah, but you do... No, you pretty much do what I do. You take out mistakes and all that lovely stuff.
Ganyu just nodded her head. All right, I believe you, Ganyu assured. Kuching smiled and nodded, getting up and walking to the counter of Good Hunter.
Okay.
She gave her order to the waitress, Sarah, and walked back to the table.
Sarah, or Sarah, it doesn't matter. I think my parents just called me. Did you call me? I thought you said my name. I gotta use the bathroom anyways. Okay, sorry guys. Oh, I've got a message I need to look at that. I think it's more about the parent than the platforms they're on. I wouldn't say that. But whatever. Yep, and some Audacity cleanup sometimes, but now expanded to doing vector video editing, like for bloopers. Oh. I previously using Adobe Audition, but I finally upgraded. To what? Like, what's the name of that one that Prince whatever uses all the time? A lot of voice actors use it. Oh, for goodness sake. God. I cannot think of what it's called. Can you play the Force game in Choo Choo? No, I'm not really a gamer. If teacher is gone more than 10 minutes, we get to leave the class, right? Welcome back. Okay, thank you. What is the name of that goddamn thing? Oh my god, it's the... Really? Oh my god, that is gonna drive me crazy now. Anyways.
She gave her order to the waitress, Sarah, and walked back to the table.
Oh, I've got my monitoring on.
She gave her order to the waitress, Sarah, and walked back to the table, scooting her chair back in.
Okay. And there's the problem. Oh my god, why can I not think of what it's called? It's an editing program. It's also a recording program. And it's Like the biggest one that people use right now. For God's sake, I cannot think what that is called. Very simple name, too.
She gave her order to the waitress, Sarah, and walked back to the table, scooting her chair back in.
Okay.
Should be about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Kuching inquired, looking downward at Ganyu's serving of vegetation.
Okay.
Please, you don't need to wait for me, Ganyu. Eat if you wish to.
Okay.
Ganyu shook her head in disagreement. That would be very disrespectful of me, Lady Kuching. Ganyu stated, I can wait for you to be served your food first.
Okay.
Kuching nodded her head. All right, if you wish to, I'll oblige. Kuching agreed. Also, no.
Okay. Oh my God. Viper. Viper. I think is what it's called. Viper. Something like that. God, it has something to do with a snake. I know that for a fact. That's gonna drive me crazy. Vegas, AVS, no. Oh my God, that is gonna drive me absolutely crazy. I think it's called like Viper or something. For goodness sake. I swear, it's the easiest shit that I get stuck on. Whoopsie doodle. Oh, come on, computer. Don't do this to me now. You had an update. We know that. Fuck off. Is it Viper? Viper. No. Popular. I'm just gonna look it up. Editing programs for music. Filmora, no. Why, for the love of God, can I not remember this? This is driving me crazy. Audacity, GarageBand, no. GarageBand, no. I just know it has something to do with a snake, and I cannot think of what it is called. Okay, maybe for like audio. For audio editing. It's not even up here. Wow, really? That's gonna drive me absolutely crazy now. Does it not exist anymore? I have no clue. Reaper! Reaper. Grim Reaper. Yeah. Reaper.
Ching nodded her head. All right, if you wish to, I'll oblige.
Okay.
Kuching agreed. Also, no need to be so formal. Just call me Kuching.
Okay.
Ganyu just agreed, wanting to respect her colleague's wishes. Resting her arms lazily upon the table, Kuching started conversing with her fellow co-worker.
Conversing.
It wasn't very often the two got to actually talk about things outside of their occupation, so she took that opportunity.
Let me see if that pronunciation is correct. This is how on point I am with my work. If that doesn't sound right to me, I do something. Conversing.
Here's the definition of converse. Engage in conversation.
Converse. It'll work. People get the idea. They know what's going on. They know it. That's one thing I've learned. If people get it, it's not really a big worry.
Their occupation, so she took that opportunity. So, how are you liking it here?
Okay.
Kuching started.
I'm gonna take that out. I forget that the low stuff when you add the noise gate kind of screws things up. Or it doesn't screw things up, it just acts weird. See if that might work.
It's... Kuching started.
Back more, back more, back more.
Kuching started. It's been alright.
There we go.
Ganyu attempted, not being one for conversation. Between what happened and coping with the reality of it, it's been hard. I see. Coaching replied with sorrow, taking a minute to find the right word.
Hold on. So how are you liking it here? This one? No, not that.
It's been alright. Ganyu attempted, not being one for conversation. Between what happened and coping with the reality of it, it's been hard.
Okay.
I see. Coaching replied with sorrow, taking a minute to find the right words.
Okay.
Ever since that night, I've been lost.
Okay, bring this back a little bit. Hopefully this all went fine and dandy.
Right words. Ever since that night, I've been lost. Everything happened so fast that it doesn't even seem like it's real, even though I saw the city sink right before my eyes. We were so confident that we had the upper hand and could stop it before it even had a chance to start. But upon the first explosion,
Hang on.
between what happened and coping with the reality of it, it's been hard.
Okay.
I see. Coaching replied with sorrow, taking a minute to find the right words.
Okay, so it does direct her. It does direct to her.
Ever since that night, I've
Okay.
been lost.
That's fine.
Everything happened so fast that it doesn't even seem like it's real, even though I saw the city sink right before my eyes. We were so confident that we had the upper hand and could stop it before it even had a chance to start. But upon the first explosion, I knew that we had been fools that thought we were invincible. The entire time I was trying to find help among the fires and suffocating smoke, the only thing I was thinking of was the things I cared for the most. I saw my past as a child, my family before I left them to pursue a career, the things I never got to do or say. And the entire time I was wondering, is this it? Is this my last day? My last breaths? My last chance to say the things I never got to say? It was as if my entire life was flashing before me, and when I had finally accepted that my time had come, I heard the sound of footsteps. They had been hazy and distant, but I knew they had been real, and in that moment, I had done something that I had never done in my entire life. I had turned to the gods for answers. I asked, if the gods really...
Hang on. That needs to have a little bit more space. Push this out just a little bit.
to the gods for answers. I asked, if the gods really don't judge any of their subjects, then show me now.
Okay. I think I want to put a little effect here. So something like, let's see here. Oh, hey, AJ. Look, damn it. Wow, a lot of people today. Let's see, make unique as a sample. So, what do I want to do here? Well, I'm working on a story right now. Well, not a story. I'm working on basically the last piece to it to basically get to final mixing. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Oh, I just have to do this. Boink. Alright. Now I think we need... Where is the... God, that thing blends in. Come on, computer, you can do it. There we go. Okay, I need to put that on 2. Brain's kind of slipping a little bit today. Okay, do that. Get the reverb. The Doesn't need to be a heavy reverb, just a good enough one.
To the gods for answers. I asked, if the gods really don't judge any of their subjects, then show me now. And right after that, I saw
I kind of like that. Because it's... I don't know. What's going to be going on here? Like, what happens in the mix? Let me think here. Basically, all that would be really happening is like the crickets.
to the gods for answers. I asked, if the gods really don't judge any of their subjects, then show me now.
I like that little effect. I like it. Okay, but this needs to go out a little more.
To the gods for answers. I asked, if the gods really don't judge any of their subjects, then show me now. And right after that, I saw a silhouette among the flames. Then show me now. And right after that, I saw a silhouette among the flames. It got closer and closer, and once I saw that two horns were atop their head, I knew it was you. That's when I called out your name, and you saved me from a sure death. Ganyu gasped at the explanation, knowing Kuching was being serious. She'd always known Kuching as one who despised the gods, so for her to turn to them for an answer in her most desperate moment, she must have truly felt hopeless in her near last moments of life. With that information, the truth hit harder than before, seeing it seemed as if Ganyu had been an answer sent by the gods to save her from death. Something even Ganyu, a servant of Morax, had a hard time believing, but knew for sure that it was true. To be honest, before I saw or heard you call out to me, it truly felt as if I'd failed to save any lives, and all I had hoped for was that not to be true.
Alright, Sanctuary, have a good day. I'll try to have a good stream. I'll try.
To be true. Ganyu confessed. After searching the buildings and seeing the charred bodies of the very people I'd sworn to protect from harm, I really felt like I'd violated my contract and that I had no reason to live anymore. Kuching's eyes bulged at the confession from her colleague, knowing she wasn't bluffing and meant exactly what she was leading to. Had your voice not called out when it did, I probably would have chosen to perish with Leeway Harbor. Ganyu continued.
Okay. Yep, I knew that.
Therefore, in a way, you saved my life as well that night. And I don't believe it's a coincidence that we met up in both of our greatest moments of hopelessness. As you stated, I think it was an act of fate by the gods, giving us a second chance. Kuching couldn't.
Okay, have a good day.
Ganyu continued.
Just make sure I didn't cut anything out.
Therefore, in a way, you saved my life as well that night. And I don't believe it's a coincidence that we met up in both of our greatest moments of hopelessness. As you stated, I think it was an act of fate by the gods, giving us a second chance.
Okay.
Kuching couldn't believe it. Now she knew for a fact that the gods had spared her and Ganyu from death, and that they had not been spared out of pity, but for another reason. It's a second chance. Kuching couldn't believe it.
A little too far.
Now she knew for a fact that the gods had... Kuching couldn't believe it.
That's good.
Now she knew for a fact that the gods had spared her and Ganyu from death, and that they had not been spared out of pity, but for another reason. Then, let me ask you,
Okay, a
Seeing
little
you've
too
lived and
far.
experienced much more than me.
Okay, grab this. Maybe if he'll let me. Push that back just a little bit.
Spared out of pity, but for another reason. Then, let me ask you, seeing you've lived and experienced much more than me, why do you think we were spared? Kuching questioned. Do you think it was solely out of retribution for Liyue Harbor's demise?
Okay.
Ganyu put a hand to her chin in thought, curious herself on why things had played out like they did. In my years of life during the Archon War, I saw many great cities and kingdoms fall, so I doubt it was for that reason. Ganyu explained. I once asked Rex Lapis if he believed Liyue Harbor would outlast eternity, and even he said he didn't believe it would, seeing every nation eventually meets its end, no matter how great it may be. It's part of the natural flow of history and time, and corrosion is the ultimate enemy of anyone or anything. Kuching nodded in agreement.
Okay. I'll see you later.
If the very god who created Liyue Harbor said that, Kuching nodded in agreement. If the very god who created Liyue Harbor said that, then our reasoning for surviving that night is definitely not due to the current actions we are forging with Mondstadt's government.
What the hell was that?
Kuching we are forging with Mondstadt's government. Definitely not due to the current actions we are forging with Mondstadt's government.
Okay, that's fine.
Kuching analyzed. But, if not that reason, then what else? Ganyu answered by putting her right hand atop Kuching's left one, lightly smiling. The gods work in mysterious ways, and the best thing we can do is keep living the lives we were granted a second chance at. Ganyu advised, lightly smiling. The gods work in mysterious ways, and the best thing we can do is keep living the lives we were granted a second chance at. Ganyu advised. The reason of our survival that night will come with time, so it's best not to even worry about it and focus on the present.
Okay. Push this out just a little bit. And give this a little bit more space. Like so. Let's see if that might work.
We were granted a second chance at. Ganyu advised. The reason of our survival that night will come with time, so it's best not to even worry about it and focus on the present. Kuching nodded, realizing Ganyu's words were correct. She was worrying about something that will eventually come to both of them in the future. When? Only the gods knew that answer. You're right. Kuching admitted with a blush.
Oh,
Looks like old habits don't die easily.
hang on.
You're right. Kuching admitted with a blush. Looks like old habits don't die easily. You're right. Kuching admitted with a blush. Looks like old habits don't die easily. Ganyu giggled at that. Let's just enjoy the night. Ganyu finished, her hand back to her side of the table. Kuching admitted with a blush. Looks like old habits don't die easily. Ganyu giggled at that. Let's just enjoy the night. Ganyu finished, moving.
Interesting. Not sure if I should keep that or not. I'm not sure.
You giggled at that. Let's just enjoy the night. Ganyu finished, moving her hand back to her side of the table. So they did, without a single thought of anything to do with their current situation. Kuching received her meal around the estimated wait time of 20 minutes later, and as they ate together, they enjoyed the sights the night had to offer while having laughs over tales of their past. It had turned out that this hadn't been Kuching's first time in Mondstadt, and that she had been there before as a young aspiring child. She had come here with her parents, mainly to sightsee and taste the cuisine during the Windbloom Festival, and Kuching had been amazed at the sights of the celebration. She had only been able to attend a single day before heading back to Liyue, but less to say, she remembered that single day perfectly.
Okay.
The city was bustling with bards and tons of different decor that symbolized their god Barbados in more ways than one. Kuching explained, having finished her order. It's definitely something everyone should experience at least once when they visit here, even if they reside from another nation. Ganyu felt as if she were talking to a whole different person at this point. She'd known Kuching as a strict and hard worker that didn't take any clout in her duties as the Yuhong. So to see her so open and carefree without being drunk was a whole different kind of experience for Ganyu. She seemed like a kid who was telling her every story she possibly knew, and Ganyu was all for listening. I'm sure it's an amazing experience. Ganyu agreed, nibbling away at the remaining petals of the sweet flower gripped in the sweet flower gripped in her right hand. It's basically the Mondstadt version of Liyue's Lantern Rite Festival, only with different traditions and such. Kuching stated confidently.
Don't know what happened there.
She paused for a short moment, wondering if she should
Hang on, I need to check something. Oh, knock the fuck off.
Wondering if she should even say her next words. Eventually, she decided to just go for it, seeing it wasn't anything illegal or offensive. Perhaps I can show you myself, if we manage to survive until next spring. Kuching offered. Ganyu blushed and winced at that comment, surprised that Kuching had even offered her any sort of acquaintance as such.
Stop!
Kuching,
Oh, I need to push that out more. Don't know why it does this, but it's a bitch when it wants to be. Okay.
Her any sort of acquaintance as such. Kuching, that's very kind of you, but I'm not the best with festivals or any sort of social gathering. Ganyu stumbled.
I don't know why it's doing this.
I'd most likely ruin the experience. Kuching shook her head. Ganyu, I've worked with you for nearly 2 decades now. If I can put up with you for that long, I doubt you could run a festival for me. Kuching countered.
A little too close. I swear, fucking software. Let's see if that might work.
Doubt you could run a festival for me. Kuching countered.
That's good.
Besides, I wouldn't make the experience to a point where you'd feel uncomfortable. I know full well that you aren't a socialite, so I'd make it so that you'd be able to enjoy the festival without being put outside your comfort zone. Oh?
Oh, I need to kind of push that out a little bit.
Doubt you could run.
See if that might work.
Without being put outside your comfort zone. Oh? In what way would you accomplish that? Ganyu asked.
Oh my god, knock it off, you fucking program.
Way would you accomplish that? Ganyu asked.
Oh, thanks, go out more. When you're just in the zone, you don't really think about putting pauses in. Those are edited out later.
Way would you accomplish that? Ganyu asked.
There we go.
By allowing you to see the sights, taste the food, sample the drinks that are non-alcoholic, and all together just have a good time.
Knock it off.
Ganyu.
Okay, there's that one. that nasty little blemish. See if that might work.
Time. Ganyu gripped her chin and thought.
No, that needs to go way back. Something like that.
Time. Ganyu gripped her chin and thought,
That's
pondering
good.
about the proposition she'd been offered, eventually coming to a conclusion.
Okay.
Very well, Kuching. I accept.
Oh my.
Ganyu assured.
Oh, that's annoying. I don't know why it's doing this. It's being a bugger. Right there.
Eventually coming to a conclusion. Very well, Kuching.
That's good.
I accept. Ganyu assured. That is, if we get to that point. Kuching nodded, coming back to reality. Right. Let's focus on the matter at hand first. Then, once it's resolved, make plans for the Windbloom Festival next year.
Okay.
Sounds good. Ganyu agreed, chomping down the last of her dinner. Well, now that we're full and our hunger is satisfied.
Knock it off! Piece of fucking garbage.
Well, now that we're full and our hunger is satisfied, shall we get back to the room? Sure. After all, tomorrow is going to be a long day, so we'd best get some rest. Kuching agreed, following Ganyu in getting up from her seat and moving back to the practical home they'd been provided. It was only a short walk of about 5 minutes, the two coming to the door in less than that and unlocking it. Entering the abode, Ganyu lit the provided candles with their accompanied matches, something she hadn't noticed the previous night, and moved to the bathroom to freshen up for the night. She shut the door, then moved to the mirror, being met by her reflection shortly. She splashed her face with some water to remove any dirt or anything else that the winds of Mondstadt may have littered her face with, then wiped away the remains of it with a nearby rag. With her skin clean, she proceeded with removing her hair tie from her icy blue locks, allowing her hair to flow freely over her back and shoulders. It was like a secondary natural blanket for her body that did its job well, having kept her body warm as if she were wrapped in sheets of wool while she slept over her centuries of life. Lastly, she kicked off her shoes and set them aside where they wouldn't cause either her or Kuching to trip in the morning, having learned that lesson decades ago. Freshened up for slumber, Ganyu retired from the bathroom, back into the main part of the entire room that she called home for now. Kuching was in nothing but her bra and underwear upon her exit, a familiar sight to Ganyu's memory. Kuching wasn't even faced by her colleague walking in on her half-naked, seeing the two had been out in the fields together many times before. Therefore, they had seen each other in their near-natural states many times in their careers as members of Ningguang's government. Kuching unwrapped her pigtails from the hairpiece that gave her fake cat ears, eventually pulling it out completely and causing her violet mane to collapse to its natural straightened state. Her locks extended down past her buttocks, draping over.
Okay, so that needs to have some more space. I don't know why it does this. It's a bitch when it wants to be.
Collapsed to its natural straightened state. Her locks extended down past her buttocks, draping over them like a curtain to a group of actors at the end of a performance on a stage. I see you
What is that? That needs to go.
I see you let your hair grow more. A stage. I see you let your hair grow out more. Ganyu commented. I see yours hasn't changed. Kuching replied back. But that's expected of a Qilin, seeing their hair also acts as a blanket. Ganyu smiled, happy that Kuching had taken time to learn about her kind. You're okay with sleeping together? It's only for one night, And
that needs to be a little farther apart.
you're okay with sleeping together? It's only for one night, and I'd rather...
A little too far apart. Let's see if that works.
You're okay with sleeping together? It's only for one night, and I'd rather not have you sleeping elsewhere where you're not comfortable. Cooching assured. Elsewhere where you're not comfortable. Cooching assured. Besides, it's not like we're doing anything else. We're just getting some much needed sleep for the day ahead. Ganyu nodded in agreement. Which side do you want? Either is fine. Cooching confirmed. Which side do you want? Either is fine. Cooching confirmed.
Nope, it's a little too fast. Just ignore the skipping, guys. I don't know why it's doing this.
Which side do you want? Either is fine. Cooching confirmed. Ganyu nodded again. All right.
See if that
Which
works.
side do you want? Either is fine. Cooching confirmed.
There we go.
Ganyu nodded again. All right. I'll take the left side then. Ganyu decided, moving to the bed and settling herself into a comfortable position. Cooching followed shortly, pulling the covers over her body and moving into a proper pose for the night. Good night, Cooching. Ganyu, good night, Cooching. Ganyu said, closing her eyes. Good night,
Really?
Good night, Cooching. Ganyu said, closing her eyes. Good night, Ganyu. Cooching returned, and upon shutting her heavy eyelids, she dozed off into a dream she'd most likely forget. Ganyu had followed suit, the warmth of her practical blanket of long light blue locks embracing her into a blissful slumber under the starry sky of Mondstadt's night.
Piece of shit. Okay. How long of an opening do we have? Yep, perfect. Alright, that's done. Piece of shit. Chapter 6. Effect, add. Do not know why it does that. But it's just being a dick. It either needs an update or it just needs a restart. I don't understand why it's doing this. That's usually when it does it. Let me see. Are there any yellow dots? Yep, it needs an update. Alright, I will export this. Then I will restart the computer. No, restart. I'll do the update. Because for some reason this computer hates to tell me when it needs an update. Don't know why, but it does. It's flipping annoying is what it is. But at least this is done. And it didn't crash on me. that wasn't too bad. Okay. Oh. Oh, shit. No, don't really care about that. Sorry guys, I don't mean to keep doing all these restarts, but yeah, it's just what the computer wants, so. It's just what the computer wants, and I need to do it if you don't want to hear her skipping. So. Sorry. I should probably do the E7. Oh, shit. Very noisy. Why does that remind me of, DDLC? Because it sounds very similar to, the one track. What will it take? I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically called Being With You or something like that. My Reality, something like that. Yeah, that one.
What do I sell? Well, what do you want to buy?
Oh, shut up. I think we're fine.
Welcome to the Infinite Library.
Oh my god, really? That's why I like Genshin's pity system a lot more better. You're at least guaranteed a 4-star within 10 pulls. Okay, get that, get that, get that. Oh yeah, Sanctuary. Okay, I think we're good. Oh my god, game today. Get that, get that. Sure. And we're done. I just go in to get my dailies. I collect those as well. Just collect my dailies and leave. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay. I actually should check it in Audacity just to see if there's any. I just spat everywhere. Just to see if there's any abnormalities with it. Like abnormal things going on. Hopefully not. Otherwise Sparrow's gonna be pretty mad. No, not really. then I will have to probably, before I get back to mixing and all that stuff, I have got to let it update. Otherwise, we are going to be here for flipping ever. Hopefully it's not like a Windows update where you have to wait like an hour and a half or whatever. Hopefully not. No guarantees. Just all I'm saying. Is better than where you stand. Just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. Trust me, I don't want to do the update, but if I don't want my computer doing the thing, I need to do it. So, like, this is the only part I don't like about having a Windows computer is the fucking updates, the constant updates. I said chapter 6, right? Effect added. Oh, fuck. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sometimes I forget the number on the chapter. I just hope nothing's wrong with it. So, look back at the road. Because right now I don't need fucking lazy computers slowing me down. So, I just want to get this done and over with. Alright. Let's see if we have any abnormalities. If it'll load. Which it normally takes a minute if it's a big file. It's not a terribly long file, about 20 something minutes. Something like that. Oh, shut up. Okay, I'm not seeing any peaks or anything. The only thing I'm seeing that looks abnormal is this thing right here.
Gone, you asked. Yeah, it's very similar to.
Oh, it's that line. Yep, everything looks fine, which is a good sign. So, yep, we're fine. All right. So yeah, I gotta end the stream and I gotta do the update. So, sorry guys, but that's just how things go. Maybe if it'll let me. Yeah, because it's running like a fucking slug right now. And it'll only get worse unless I do it. So, yep. So, I'll be back probably within, I don't know. It depends on if the update's a Windows update. If it's a Windows update, I probably won't be back for another 2 hours or such. But if it's only like a small update, I'll probably be back in about, what, 30 minutes? Shorter. Alright. See you guys when it's done.